Flow into gratitude for this principle. Success is not built in the moments the world applauds you. It is built in the invisible decisions the world never sees. Because every repeated decision becomes another vote for the future you are constructing. If a choice is repeated often enough, psychology suggests it becomes easier to repeat. Neuroscience shows that the brain becomes more efficient at the pathways it uses most, and mathematics reminds us that small changes accumulating over time can eventually create outcomes that appear extraordinary. What looks like a sudden breakthrough is often the visible result of an invisible system that has been strengthening itself for months or years. Imagine your mind as a living network rather than a collection of random thoughts. Every decision either strengthens or weakens a pathway. Every distraction competes with every moment of focus. Every meaningful action quietly reshapes the landscape of your future. Nothing is isolated. Every choice influences the probability of the next choice. This is why one disciplined action rarely stays alone. It makes the next disciplined action slightly easier. One unnecessary distraction also rarely stays alone. It quietly lowers the resistance to the next distraction. The future is constantly being negotiated through these tiny probabilities that most people never notice. Now look at your attention. It may be the most valuable resource you possess because whatever consistently receives your attention begins receiving your energy, and whatever consistently receives your energy begins changing your identity. Attention invested in learning gradually becomes knowledge. Attention invested in practice gradually becomes skill. Attention invested in meaningful work gradually becomes mastery. Attention invested in constant comparison often becomes dissatisfaction. The remarkable truth is that attention never stands still. It is always constructing something. The question is not whether your attention is shaping your future. The question is what future it is shaping. Many people wait for motivation before taking action. A deeper observation suggests something different. Action itself often becomes the source of motivation because every completed action provides evidence that progress is possible. That evidence slowly reshapes confidence. Confidence is rarely created by positive thinking alone. It grows from repeated experiences that demonstrate capability. Every promise you keep to yourself becomes another piece of evidence. Every meaningful habit becomes another signal. Eventually, your own brain begins trusting the pattern that your repeated actions have created. Imagine placing one brick on an empty field. Nothing remarkable appears. Place another. Still nothing extraordinary. Continue placing bricks with care and intention every single day. Eventually, people stop seeing individual bricks. They begin seeing a house. The same hidden mathematics operates inside learning, relationships, health, creativity, business, leadership, communication, and personal growth. The visible structure always emerges long after the invisible foundation has already been completed. Consider two people beginning with similar circumstances. Neither possesses perfect knowledge, neither possesses perfect confidence, neither possesses perfect timing. One chooses to improve a little each day while accepting that meaningful progress is often invisible in the beginning. The other waits for certainty before acting. During the first few weeks, their lives appear almost identical. During the first few months, the difference still seems small. Eventually, the accumulated effect of repeated learning, repeated discipline, repeated reflection, and repeated action begins reinforcing itself. Better skills produce better decisions. Better decisions create better opportunities. Better opportunities encourage further growth. A positive feedback loop quietly begins operating beneath the surface. This is where mathematics reveals something profoundly practical. Many systems appear almost unchanged until they reach a point where accumulated improvements become impossible to ignore. The result seems sudden only because the invisible accumulation remained hidden. The same pattern appears in forests, in learning, in technology, in scientific discovery, and often in human development. Invisible preparation frequently precedes visible transformation. Neuroscience adds another layer of understanding. The brain remains capable of adapting throughout life. Repeated experiences influence how efficiently different pathways are used. While every person and every situation is different, repeated practice can strengthen useful patterns over time. This is one reason why consistent learning, focused practice, and intentional habits matter so much. They are not simply changing today's performance, they are gradually changing tomorrow's capability. Psychology adds another insight. Identity is not shaped only by what we hope to become. It is influenced by what we repeatedly experience ourselves doing. Every time you finish meaningful work despite discomfort, every time you learn instead of avoiding, every time you choose patience instead of impulse, you provide your own mind with fresh evidence. That evidence slowly reshapes self-belief. Eventually, the internal conversation changes from, "Can I do this?" to, "This is becoming part of who I am." Now imagine your life as an interconnected system rather than separate goals. Knowledge supports confidence, confidence supports action, action produces experience, experience improves judgment, better judgment leads to better decisions. Better decisions create stronger habits reinforce character,